Now, she's played everyone from Queen Victoria to James Bond's boss. But Dame Judi Dench, her main love has always been Shakespeare.
She's been doing it for 66 years, started her professional debut in Hamlet, and now she's written a memoir packed with stories about a lifetime of playing the Bard's characters. And our arts correspondent, David Sillito, has been to Dame Judi's house for a chat.
Dame Judi Dench, over more than 60 years on stage and screen.
Oh, ainsi dire, the elbow.
What hasn't she done? As you walk in the door, there's even a little reminder of her 007 years.
Come hither, sir.
Good Majesty.
And the topic today, her many Shakespearean roles, and a book that's grown out of a conversation with an old friend, the actor and director, Brendan O'Hare.
You've written a book. What's this about?
What is it about, Brendan?
Well, how did it start, Jude?
It started during lockdown, I think, didn't it?
We both got a little down during lockdown. You're not great being by yourself.
No, it just evolved from a conversation, from several, well, a lot of conversations.
Many conversations.
Too many.
But it was never meant to be a book. It was just meant to be, what you called it, a camp conversation about Shakespeare.
Will these hands never be clean?
However, while we were surrounded by shelves laden with awards, her career didn't begin with critical acclaim.
We're going back to 1957. It's Ophelia? You're straight out of drama school?
Yeah.
That must have been a good feeling.
It was heavenly. Not for the critics, it wasn't, but it was for me.
And you say the critics
They were very cross.
cross?
Well, they were cross at the so-called National Theatre of Britain. Got somebody who was just out of drama school. I had no experience.
That must have been crushing right at the beginning of your career.
Tricky. It was tricky, but the Vic was run by a man called Michael Bentor, and he got me into his office. He said, "Don't be down." I've never actually read the critics since.
Thankfully, ignoring the critics, the roles kept coming. She has over the years played Titania in Midsummer Night's Dream 3 times.
What amazes me in this book is how you seem to have a memory of everything, all the costumes, Portia's curly wig. But I was thinking to myself, you probably will never forget the costume you had in 1968.
The plan had been for something Elizabethan, but the director felt they looked a bit overdressed for the setting.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
And so, day by day, he began to make a few reductions.
Eventually, they were peeled away and peeled away and peeled away, and eventually we were sprayed. Ian Richardson and I and Ian Holm were sprayed green, and they used to pick my costume on the way to the studio.
It's like about 3 leaves, isn't it?
Oh, yes, just a few leaves.
Have you ever objected to what they've made you wear? Because it's not very much you're wearing, is it?
No. No.
Just a little bit of foliage.
Yeah, just a bit of foliage.
Yeah.
Well, at least there was something.
Yes.
Therefore the wind's piping.
But for someone so comfortable on stage, the book reveals another side.
I mean, this book is, it's not just a story of plays, it's a story of your life as well, isn't it?
I think what's extraordinary about it is because the focus is on Shakespeare and not you, it's about talking to the plays. I think you've revealed more about yourself in this book, about your life, because it's part memoir.
Is it?
Well, I think it is by default. We didn't set out for that.
It's his fault.
No, it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
But I think, yeah, it's about loves and loss But I think because Shakespeare was the focus, it in a way took the focus off yourself. So I think because that's deflected from you, you're able to open up a lot more.
Do you not like talking about yourself?
No, I don't like it much. No, I don't like it.
You'd much rather go on stage and play a part in front of 5,000 people or 2,000 people instead of walking into a party by yourself.
Well, that actually happened at the end of a season at Stratford. We had a last night party in the conference hall. And I came down and I got to outside the door. I couldn't go in. I've never quite understood that.
You can appear in front of thousands of people. You can be at the Oscars, but going into a party.
With all the people I've been working with for a year. That's very peculiar, isn't it?
And at the end, a return to what this is all about in this 400th anniversary year of the publication of Shakespeare's plays, a celebration of those words and how they live on.
If somebody read this book and thought, oh, I must have a look at that in Shakespeare or something like that, then we've achieved, one person, we've achieved something.
Are there passages from Shakespeare that come back to you at moments that are helpful?
Oh, absolutely. Reams of it. Don't stop me, David. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have. For both are infinite. Crikey. How did he write that? On a Wednesday afternoon in Stratford-on-Avon.
David Sillitoe, BBC News.
I think the pictures, those little bits of film from her early life, are just so beautiful and describe a time that was really quite innocent.
Yeah.
She was, always has been a beautiful, beautiful woman, so talented.
Just listen to every word. What a special interview that was by David. This is a lovely email we've just had in from Anna. Good morning, Anna. She says she remembers her mum taking her to her very first Shakespeare play at Stratford, and she saw Dame Judi playing Titania in A Midsummer Night's Dream, as we just saw one of the pictures there, that old black and white. Anna says, I was entranced, and my mother, who studied drama, made the comment, I've never forgotten. That girl, Judi, will go far. She was right, wasn't she?
She knew her stuff, for sure, yeah. Now, Dame Judi's book is called Shakespeare, the Man Who Pays the Rent. So you can have a look at that.